Are you getting ready to start searching for your first or your next employee? Maybe you're already in the middle of your search and you feel like you're missing something, you just haven't been able to hire, or you just know there's something more you could do to help your search along. In this video, we're going to talk about the steps that we feel you should consider when you're trying to hire your next employee. My name's Brent, I own the Vancouver Express Employment Professionals office, and we're here to help. We know how hard it can be to hire employees, so we've decided to try to make the process as easy as possible for you. We've tried to uncover what we believe are all the steps from start to finish that we feel you should at least consider while going through the process to hire your next hire. In this video, we're going to list the 10 key steps with a bit of context for each, and then in the coming videos, we're going to take a deep dive into each section, sharing context, insight, advice, and any available resources that we've uncovered to help you with your search, whether you've decided to hire for your positions through us here at Express, or if you've decided to run the entire process on your own. So, where should you start? Well, first off, we feel that you need to identify your hiring needs. No matter the level of the position, you need to be targeted at this stage. You need to understand why the position's available and what needs the new person will fill. This might sound easier for a recently vacated position, but an easy pitfall is making assumptions about filling a previous position. Number 2 is to develop a recruitment plan. Once you've identified your needs, you want to strategize on how you're going to manage the process, who will be involved, and what steps you're going to take. Number 3 is developing your job descriptions. We suggest both an internal and external description. The internal description should outline what the person's responsible for, whereas the external description should outline the higher level responsibilities and outcomes, while highlighting what's in it for the candidate and why a potential job seeker might want to apply. You also want to decide whether you're going to cast a wide net with your postings or take a much more targeted approach. Both have their own strengths and weaknesses. Number 4 is advertising and posting the position. You'll want to ensure that you're advertising in the right places. This may seem pretty straightforward, however in the last 5 years, our primary job boards and strategies have changed numerous times. We're also often taking a multi-pronged approach with the different job boards, industry associations, schools, and of course the different social media platforms. Number 5 is managing the flow of applicants and resume screening. Depending on your strategy, you might be inundated with applicant flow, or you might not get any applicants at all. In your recruitment plan, you should define who's going to be reviewing applications and how you're going to determine what an initial fit looks like. Number 6 is phone screening and initial interviews. It's best to have this strategy in place before you get to this step in the process. We suggest you use initial pre-screens to assess potential fit, skill, and ability. This should also be used as an opportunity to address the job seeker's needs and fit with your company. You'll likely reject more candidates here than you'll be moving forward with, so it's critical to know what questions you're going to ask and what performance indicators are going to be critical in moving someone to your shortlist. Number 7 is assessments, tests, and background checks. Depending on the position, you may want to run a personality test such as a DISC or a predictive index. Also, if there's a skill or knowledge requirement, an assessment at this stage may help avoid a further investment in a candidate who otherwise might be eliminated. Background checks often happen later in the process, possibly contingent upon hiring, but may be a good idea to bring up at this stage in case someone decides to self-eliminate as a result. Number 8 is in-person or face-to-face interviews. You'll want to dig into their previous positions here to try to better understand the choices they've made in their career progression and also understand some of the impacts they've had on their previous organizations. You'll want to also consider some behavioral-based questions to better understand cultural fit and gain some further insight into how they solve and react to issues that regularly present themselves in your organization. Number 9 is reference checks. A good candidate will often have references prepared. Checking references is easy, and yet often this is a critical and overlooked part of the process. Furthermore, references will need to be asked some targeted and specific question if you're truly going to uncover anything helpful from these calls. Just as important as behavioral-based interview questions to a candidate in the interview are behavioral structured questions for references. Number 10 is the decision on how you're going to move forward, hiring and job offers. Moving forwards with candidates is just as important as letting them down if not moving forward. What may not be a fit today does not mean a lack of fit for tomorrow. You want to appreciate, thank, and ensure any letdown applicants continue to see the company in a good light. If you've found the right candidate, then you'll not only want to prepare an offer, but you'll want to trial close your offer to ensure it will be accepted. We suggest stale dates in offers that ensure the offer both protects you and the candidate, in addition to a number of clauses that we'll dig into further to ensure that you're protected in the long run. As a bonus, We're also going to highlight some of the strategies with onboarding, training, and development, and how to assist with the integration of a new employee into the company, workspace preparation, orientations, training, mentorship, and opening the floor to answering any questions the new employee may have. Thanks again for tuning in. If you'd like more info on Express, please visit our website, our Facebook, or our LinkedIn pages, which are all linked below, and feel free to reach out with a call, text, or email with any question you may have about your next hire.